Well, Matt, who's your favorite forward this evening?
So I'm just going to keep going with the Nets because I'm pretty confident Durant's not playing. So I'm just going to stick to this theme. You could really go with any of these cheaper forwards. Like the Nets have Kessler, Edwards, David Duke Jr., James Johnson, all in the 3,000s. Kessler Edwards is the one who started last night, actually, alongside Day'Ron Sharpe and then Kyrie Harden and Durant. So I'm going to go back to him. Like Edwards in the starting lineup probably plays 30 plus minutes. You take Durant out there. This is a really cheap player. Like to me, this is going to turn into a pretty massive stars and scrubs night if Durant's not there because the Nets are missing a bunch of other guys too. Claxton's been out, Aldridge is out, and everyone else who's in their rotation is really cheap. So to me, it's play Harden, play a bunch of these cheap guys. I think there's going to be a lot of choices tonight.
All right, Nick, who you going with at forward?
One name that jumps out to me based on his price is Aaron Gordon. And still, we're like halfway through the season, and I still have to remind myself that he's like back to being a pretty good player this year after a couple pretty woeful seasons in Orlando. But he's coming off of 47 DraftKings points in his last game, missed a few games due to COVID prior to that. But for me, this is mostly about the matchup. I mean, Portland has the worst defense in the league by a pretty fair margin over the last 10 games. They will, of course, be without both Lillard and McCollum and Anthony Simons tonight. Not that any of those guys are holding down the fort on the defensive end, but I mean, this roster is kind of a mess at this point. If you want to pay up, we'll see if Kevin Durant plays. He's at 11,000. Giannis at 12,300. It's a big chunk of change, but if you're choosing between those two and you think KD is going to play, I think I'd lean toward Giannis. I mean, the Bucks do not want to lose 3 straight games. They've kind of taken it on the chin the last couple nights from the Charlotte Hornets. No Draymond Green for Golden State. Not that the Warriors or any team has a great matchup for Giannis, but without Draymond, they're really going to be up against it, against this Bucks offense.